head. I feel weird. What's going on? Why am I tied to a chair?
Hello, Todd. Don't be alarmed by my appearance. I hope I didn't harm you, but it became necessary to knock you out for the next phase of the plan. What you see is real. I am talking to you from this suit.
I looked up at the large looming figure in front of me. It was made of a black alloy. Its body and overall appearance reminded me a bit of the Michelin Tire Man. What do you mean, suit? I was told this was a type of robot to be used in future space exploration. You know, above top secret stuff. That's why I was only allowed to run limited diagnostics on certain systems and conduct repairs if necessary.
Yes, that was the official story given to you by our government superiors, as you know in all the government work you do. You're compartmentalized and only given information on a need-to-know basis. Are you a computer technician of some kind?
Yes. I work for a military contractor to the government. Titan Industries.
Yes, I've heard of them. Todd, what I'm about to tell you will come as a great shock, but I desperately need your assistance. This is not a robot. I am not remotely talking to you from another location. I am actually in the sensor suit, or should I say my consciousness is. Some may refer to it as a soul. My name is Dr. Thomas Dyer, and once a very short time ago, I was a flesh and blood human being like you.
How? How is that even possible?
Let me try to explain it to you, my boy. Back in the 1930s, a brilliant Russian scientist named Alexander Kazimov discovered that the human soul appeared on certain instrumentation as a magnetic wave. He was the father of what would come to be known as the soul matrix theory. Kazimov theorized that if the magnetic wave could be retrieved and contained, it could also be transferred into another vessel or body. This was seen as a great breakthrough, a key to man achieving immortality. Since then, many scientists throughout history have tried not only to contain it, but find a way of transferring it into another vessel. Some experiments only reached varying degrees of success. Partial transfers which led to what some may refer to as a zombie-like effect, animating only certain functions of the brain and the body, while others resulted in temporary transfers or death. All of this going on secretly, of course, away from the eyes of the general public. Adolf Hitler was very intrigued by the potential of this discovery. Towards the end of the war, he put many resources into developing a process. When they found Hitler and Eva Braun's bodies in their bunker, they believed they had committed suicide. It was later known by American military intelligence from former Nazi scientists that Hitler had perfected a crude version of soul matrix extraction. The Americans later found a man named Ivan Polsky, who had created a containment module to house Hitler's soul. There were various conflicting stories on what happened after that.
Wait, how did you become involved?
In the 1980s, I was heavily involved in magnetic wave research for the U.S. government. After the Berlin Wall came down, I became part of a project that was back-engineering a soul matrix retrieval device that had been developed by Soviets. It took another decade to take what we had learned from the Soviet project to finally perfect a safe and stable retrieval and containment process. Then I spent another decade in partnership with other scientists developing an artificial vessel in which to place the soul. That's when the sensor suit was developed. It gave the deposited soul the ability through a complex set of highly sensitive sensors to be able to move, see, speak, and hear. At last, we're now ready for the final stage. The safe transfer to a biological vessel or body. I was partnered with a Japanese scientist named Professor Yamato. He was the one that developed a formatting process to transfer the soul to an organic body or host.
All right, I can understand all of that. I would be glad to help you, Doctor, with anything you need. But that still doesn't answer my question. Why am I tied up?
You see, further sacrifices need to be made in the name of science, my boy.
What's that in your hand? Is that a hypodermic needle? I felt a sharp pain. And then, total darkness. I never thought I could have missed the sensation of simply breathing. You are in relatively poor shape for a young man. It appears you must have been an aficionado of fast food by the looks of this muffin top. I took immaculate care of my body. I ate the right foods, exercised daily, and got the right amount of sleep. Don't get me wrong, Todd. I am grateful for the use of your body. Being in the sensor suit is an odd feeling. It's like when you go to the dentist and receive Novocaine. You feel numb even though you can walk and talk. There is nothing like being in a human body. The early research found being disembodied in a containment module, or jar as we call it, can lead to madness. That's why we developed the suit, to give the disembodied soul a way to keep sane. I had to kill Professor Yamato, or else he would have turned over the discovery to the shadow government made up of the elites who actually control this project. After I killed the professor, I broke off communication with them while I tied up the loose ends. The elite's private army came to the base, and I had to quickly think of a plan. I transferred my soul matrix into the suit. I placed my body in a chair in the middle of the lab in plain sight. When they broke in, I detonated a bomb that took out a good part of the lab. They found my former body in the rubble that showed I had perished in the blast. I have sacrificed so much for this discovery. It became my life's work and consumed me totally. I gave up my career in academia for it. I lost my marriage over it, and as a result, I never had children to carry on my name. This discovery is mine alone. I have been in contact with a foreign power and have come to an agreement to sell my discovery. I am sorry I had to place you in this crude module, or jar, Todd. It's the only one I had available. I don't even know why I'm explaining this to you, since the jar has no sensors and you can't even hear what I'm saying. Maybe I just find it cathartic. The only good thing about being in the suit was that its computerized system made it easy to interface with the elite's computer network, and I was able to transfer all the equipment I needed from my old lab here without any questions asked. You see that briefcase-looking thing on the table? That's a portable soul matrix unit. That's what I used on you to conduct the transfer. The foreign power I have contracted with is on its way to pick me up. They've already deposited my money in my Swiss bank account. They've assured me safe haven in my choice of bodies as soon as I arrive. The thing I look forward to the most is the possibility of starting over again. A chance to reacquire all that I've lost. As for you, Todd, I will take you with me. I can use you to demonstrate the transfer process when I transfer you from the soul jar back to your body. Would you like that, Todd? You may still live to enjoy another cheeseburger. I can't make any promises, my dear boy, on what your future might hold. But for now, you will accompany me into the unknown. I think it was Lovecraft who said something like, "The scientists have hitherto harmed us little, but someday the piecing together of disassociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and of our frightful position therein. There we shall either go mad from the revelation, or free from the deadly light, into the peace and safety of the new dark age. We shall see, my dear boy. We shall indeed see."